Well, hello everybody out there and welcome to another random video. And in today's video I want to talk about why those Tiger handheld LCD games don't suck. Yes, I know that many people think that those games suck, and I'm pretty sure most of you have also seen the video about this topic from the Angry Video Game Nerd that he uploaded something like 5 years ago. And there has also been a mildly successful small kind of response video from another YouTuber. And the gist of those two videos is basically that those games suck. But they didn't, and they still don't do. They don't suck. And I had a lot of fun playing those games as a kid. And you also have to think about how many games there were and how long they have been around. I mean, I think the first licensed Tiger LCD game came out somewhere in 1991, 1992, something like this. And the Harry Potter game that I showed you in my last video, I mean, this came out in the year 2001. So those games have been around for at least a decade. I don't think that something that sucks would manage to stick around for such a long time. And somehow it also reminds me of the mini disc for some reason. I mean, there were a lot of people saying, "Ooh, mini disc didn't catch on, it was a failure, blah blah blah." But then when you look at how long mini disc had been around and how many different manufacturers there were and how many different devices and so on, it definitely tells you a completely different story. And that's kind of like the same thing with those Tiger LCD games. And the Angry Video Game Nerd, he also said that even though the technology is very basic and very simple, these games are still very hard to play and incredibly tough to figure out, especially if you don't have any instructions. Now, first of all, it is kind of unfair to say that something sucks because you don't know how to play it or how to use it if you don't have any instructions. Because usually when you buy one of those games, you would get a booklet with some instructions, so you knew what you had to do. And it still is kind of like an accomplishment or an achievement to that you have this really basic outdated technology, but you still manage to make a challenging video game out of it. And something doesn't suck just because you don't know how to use it or how to play it. And this again, it also reminds me of the Atari 2600 ET game. Many people say, "Ooh, it's unplayable, it's one of the worst games in video game history." But when you figure out how to play the game, when you learn or figure out how or what the game actually wants, what you have to do, what the object of the game is, it becomes fun to play and entertaining, and it isn't as bad as many people say it is. I mean, it doesn't mean that it's a really good game. It doesn't mean that it doesn't have its problems, or that it is a good adaptation, but it still is a fun game to play. You get some fun out of it, and yeah, for the limited amount of time they had to put this game together, it was a good game. And yeah, those Tiger games are definitely better than most people would give them credit for. And there are a lot of people that collect those games, and if you look at eBay, unfortunately it looks like all the good games are already sold. It looks like the only games that are left are the non-licensed games that absolutely nobody seems to care about, and the absolutely overpriced leftovers, the ones that cost at least 30, 50, 70, sometimes over 100 euros. I mean, I don't think that anybody would want to pay this much money for a simple Tiger LCD game. I mean, yeah, it's sad that they are that hard to find. And I do have to say I also have my old Tiger LCD game, not the Harry Potter one, but a different one. But unfortunately, it's broken. So it's not that the screen has faded or something like this. It's just that various different things just don't show up anymore. Like, ooh, there is an effect missing, or his arm is missing, or something like this. I already tried cleaning the contacts, but for some reason it kind of, I have the feeling that it made it worse, kind of. So if anybody out there knows how to fix those Tiger LCD games, how to fix them, please let me know in the comments, because I would like to fix this game and I would like to make a playthrough of this game. And yes, I managed to play through the entire game. And yeah, those games, they just don't suck. And you know, it you have to give those people that make those games a lot of credit, in my opinion. I mean, here you have the challenge to create a game that is both fun to play and challenging, and you have to think about everything that needs to happen in this game, and then you have the challenge to put all of this into one single frame. And if you push the reset button on those games, you will see that everything lights up. And if we take a look at this Harry Potter game, for example, I mean, wow, this is crazy. This is very impressive. This is very impressive. This is the most efficient use of space that I have ever seen. I mean, they really tried to put something into every little inch or every little millimeter of this LCD screen. And that's impressive. That's an accomplishment. And it just shows you how much work they put into those games. And we should really give them a little bit more credit. So, yeah, that being said, I still like playing those games every now and then. And those games, they just don't suck. Maybe the non-licensed games suck. I haven't played many of those games, but those Tiger or Konami LCD games, they definitely didn't suck, and they still don't. And yeah, that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next random video. Bye!